Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. In this video I'll be discussing tuples. A tuple in Python is a comma separated value that are enclosed in round brackets, and they are ordered and immutable. Now this concept of immutable is a very important one because it's the major difference between a tuple and a list, because in most operations that we perform with lists, we can also perform with tuple, except adding and removing or changing some items when we have defined the tuple. When we have defined the tuple, we can no longer change the items in it just freely like that. So let's go ahead straight up to demonstrate what that really means. For example, I want to make an example of different type of pepper that we have. For that, I'll just simply name my variable as pepper types. The variable that is containing our tuple, let me simply call it pepper type, pepper types. Then I'm assigning it the value, the tuple. And a tuple is defined, like I said earlier, is defined by the round bracket. We use the round brackets to define tuple. So it can also contain strings, integer, and so on. Now, but in this case, I'm using string to demonstrate it. Let's say the first example of our pepper type is Cuban pepper. Let's say we have example of a pepper that is called Cuban pepper. Let's say Cuban pepper. All right, Cuban pepper. And then we have another one. Let's say banana pepper. Banana pepper, and we have bell pepper. Okay, let's say bell. Okay, bell pepper. Bell pepper. Now this is a tuple defined. If you have a tuple of, this is a tuple of 3 elements, and again remember Python is zero based index programming language. So this item Cuban pepper is at number 0, and this one is number 1, number 2, and so on. Now we can also, like I said, we can perform some operations like using the square bracket operator to access each element in this tuple, in these pepper types. So, and that is the same way we can also perform with a list. If you haven't watched my video on that, please go on and check and look for that video. It's on this channel, and you see where I thoroughly discuss list and operation we can perform with it. So I'll go ahead now to see how to demonstrate the immutable aspect of this tuple. Let me say pepper type now. Okay, pepper type, and I'll now use the square bracket operator to access the element as 0, which is Cuban pepper. Now if I want to assign it a different variable, or I want to change the value to another type of pepper, maybe let's say okay, what kind of pepper can we name it? Let's say pimento pepper, and I'll say change it to pimento pepper. Okay, all right, sorry, pimento pepper. Pimento pepper. Now if I run this code, you see that it will not, Python will complain that there is an error there. Let me put it in the print command, in the print statement, or I specifically type it out here and say pepper type, pepper and type. So let me run that code and see. You see, pepper type is not defined. Okay, really, this one is because it's a typo error on my side here, so we are expecting to see a different message here. Yes, it's not there. This is what we are expected to see. Tuple object is not defined, it's not supported, it's not support item assignment. You see, that means we cannot change the value of this item here. However, if by any means we want to change any value, then we have to redefine it afresh. That is, we assign fresh items to our tuple. At least we can define it from the beginning, just as we just did here. So, but we can perform other operations like accessing the value in the element in the tuple. Let me simply remove this one and see that we want to get the element at this value, element at value 0. Because we said we can actually perform the same operation as we would perform. Okay, let me just simply run the code. You see, give us Cuban pepper. And again, if I just simply say I need element at 2, yes, all right, at 2, and I run that, you see bell pepper. So this is how it works. You can access it the way we use a square bracket operator to work with list. And again, we can also use the for loop to loop through the elements in the in a tuple. So we can say, for example, for let me say for pepper in, okay, yeah, for pepper in pepper types, okay, and let's see what we've got for pepper in pepper types. What should we do? We should print all the values there. Okay, print pepper, around that. You see, it has given us everything that we want. So this is just how we make use of pepper. How we work with tuple in Python. We've seen how it is ordered, because we can access it using the index value. Index is because they are ordered items, and you see how it is, how we cannot change it. That means it is immutable once we define it. And also, because they are indexed or they are ordered, we can have duplicate in our tuple. That is, we can have elsewhere, we can have Cuban pepper, or elsewhere we can still have bell pepper or whatever. So this is just simple how we can work with tuple. Thank you, and bye for now.